Hello! Welcome to a new video from Beautiful Countries. This week you will get to know fun facts about South Africa. So if you want to know these little known tidbits, be sure to watch till the end. Before discussing these facts, let's get into some information about the beautiful country of South Africa. Where can we even begin with South Africa? It is one of our favorite travel locations in the world, since it is home to breathtaking natural scenery, a variety of fascinating cultures, and iconic sites. Not to mention, the wine is excellent. South Africa is a wonderful tourist destination in Africa, thanks to its many unique attractions and exciting activities. You will be taken to breathtaking locations and hosted with heartfelt hospitality. This nation has gone a long way from its troubled history to become the rainbow nation that travelers and residents alike have come to know and love. Culture, significant history, and spectacular wildlife are just some of the things that may be experienced in abundance here. Many individuals are likely familiar with well-known anecdotes about South Africa, such as the fact that Nelson Mandela, the country's first democratically elected president, and a liberation fighter, or the fact that South Africa played home to the 2010 FIFA World Cup are examples. But there is still a great deal more to find out. Did you know that South Africa is the only country in the world, other than England, to have hosted the World Cup in 3 different sports: soccer, rugby, and cricket? South Africa is a really intriguing and spectacular country that is packed with some of the world's most breathtaking scenery, some of the most fantastic animals, and a complicated history. South Africa, whose official name is the Republic of South Africa, RSA, is the southernmost country on the African continent. It shares land borders with 6 other countries, including Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique, in addition to 2 very small landlocked countries, Swaziland and Lesotho, the latter of which is an enclave country, which means that it is located entirely within South Africa. Do you have an interest in learning more about this intriguing nation? Allow me to enlighten you on some of the fascinating aspects of this nation's history. Number 1. Language galore. Without considering South Africa from a linguistic perspective, it is impossible to investigate the fascinating aspects of the country. Because once you begin your travels in this area, you won't be able to help but notice that people here speak more than one language. There are more than 11 different languages spoken all around the country, and this extreme linguistic diversity can be attributed to the country's complex history of culture, politics, and empire. isiZulu and isiXhosa are the languages that are spoken by most people in South Africa, yet the typical resident is able to speak 2.84 languages. About 23% of the population, approximately 11.6 million people, speak isiZulu every day, making it the most widely spoken language in South Africa. isiXhosa is South Africa's second most spoken language. As many as 16%, about 8 million people, speak isiXhosa. There is a justification behind the name Rainbow Nation. Number 2. Not 1, not 2, but 3 capitals. You may not be aware of this, but Cape Town, Pretoria, and Bloemfontein are all considered to be the capital cities of South Africa, and each of them is useful for something different. Pretoria is the administrative and executive capital of South Africa, and it is also home to the union buildings and public services. The legislative capital of South Africa is Cape Town, which also serves as the location of the country's parliament. Bloemfontein is the judicial capital, and it is there that the Supreme Court of Appeal can be found. Number 3. Table Mountain. Table Mountain is a well-known destination for tourists in South Africa because of its proximity to the city of Cape Town, and because it is found in a national park with the same name. This 240 million-year-old monolith is one of the world's oldest mountains, and is home to more than 2,000 types of plants that are found nowhere else on Earth. There is also amazing fauna to see here, such as the rock hyrax, which is a creature related to the elephant, but looks more like a guinea pig. Take a ride on a cable car that stretches out over the Atlantic Ocean and the city of Cape Town if you want to see this place while you're here. Climb to the top of Maclear's Beacon on the mountain for a breathtaking view of the dawn or sunset, and take some fantastic pictures of the sea. Number 4. Wine and dine. Did you know that the Cape Winelands are located in South Africa? Get ready to be engulfed in some of the most breathtakingly beautiful vineyards in the world, which are framed by dazzling mountains, azure oceans, and verdant valleys. It should come as no surprise that South Africa is one of the most rapidly developing destinations for wine tourism, given that the Dutch farmsteads in the Cape Winelands have distinctive soil conditions, which directly affect the quality of the grapes and contribute to distinctive flavors. Number 5. Medical history. In 1967, South Africa became the first nation in the world to perform a heart transplant that was successful. In the Groote Schuur Hospital in Cape Town, Christian Barnard and his team carried out the operation, which went on to become the medical event with the greatest amount of media coverage in the annals of history. In addition, the first K8 was invented by a physicist from South Africa named Alan Cormack and a colleague from the United Kingdom named Godfrey Hounsfield. 1979 was the year when both of them were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Number 6. It's time to hop on two wheels. Have you heard of the Cycle Tour of Cape Town? The event, which takes place on rugged coastal roads, can have as many as 35,000 cyclists taking part. This cycling event has been raising money for various organizations over the past 45 years. You may also participate in the Extreme Ride for Hunger Cycle Tour, whose mission is to bring attention to the plight of the less fortunate in underserved regions while simultaneously concentrating on the development of a society in South Africa that is free of hunger. Number 7. Meteorite Scar. Did you know that a meteorite that hit the Earth at one time was the size of a mountain? You'd think that was a work of fiction, wouldn't you? Over 2,030 million years ago, it left behind a crater that is now known as the Vredefort crater. This crater is the largest and most deeply hollowed meteorite impact on the entire planet and has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Scientists estimate that when the rebound and collapse ceased, Vredefort crater measured somewhere between 180 and 300 kilometers wide. That's 111.8 to 186.4 miles. But more than 2 billion years of erosion has made the exact size hard to pin down. Number 8. You can see fish from space. A significant fish migration takes place off the coast of South Africa between the months of May and July. It is so enormous that it can even be seen from outer space. In order to deposit their eggs, sardine fish travel from the Atlantic coast of South Africa to the coastline of KwaZulu-Natal. This migration is caused by cooler temperatures. Shoals of this size are large enough to be detected by satellites because their dimensions range from 15 kilometers, that's 9.3 miles, in length to 3.5 kilometers, 2.17 miles, in breadth and up to 40 meters, 131.2 feet in depth. We've come to the end of the video. Do you have more interesting facts about South Africa? Do let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for weekly updates. Thanks for watching and see you next time.